got a real friend, you don't need much. Just a place to sit and fish is more than enough. When you got a real pal, there's nothing too tough. Together it is better when you got your real bud. Real bud.
John, I can feel it in my bones.
What? Uh-oh. What does that mean?
I think it's going to be a good episode.
Oh, you do?
One of the best ever.
One of the best ever?
I've got no reason to think that other than just the content we've prepared. Not only myself, but you came with some ideas.
Yeah, I've got a couple. One or two.
There's a lot going on. It's a holiday season.
Yes, it is. Lots happening. Lots going on.
And I think first and foremost, I have to come out and say something because my mama said...
You're coming out? What do you...
What?
What?
My mom
said you're coming out. What do you mean by that, Taylor?
I got to tell you something.
Okay.
Well, I already told you. But apparently, I came across as rude to you on one of the episodes.
Oh,
or in the past on multiple ones.
Yes, you were rude to me on multiple occasions.
My parents came down last weekend, or last week, and brought the dogs down.
Yeah.
Before they went to Vegas for Thanksgiving. And on the way down, they came down on a Tuesday. They listened to our episode that week. And she said, Dad and I were talking, and you really do sound kind of rude to John sometimes. So.
Kim, thank you.
Apologies, John. They just don't.
I'm sorry. What?
I said.
I'm sorry.
Apologies. I apologize for coming across as rude to you.
You what?
They just don't get our friendship humor, you know?
No, I guess not. But that's okay because I'm getting something that I never get, which is what?
I'm not doing
what
it
is
for a
it?
fourth time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
anyway, I had told a joke.
4 and 1.
I had told a joke, and then later on in the episode, you said it, and then I snapped back and said, "Yeah, I already said that," or something.
Yeah, it was a real snap.
So
it was kind of like a put you in your place, Buster, old guy. What's wrong with you?
Well, anywho.
Anyway, Kim, thank you very much
for sticking up for John.
Thank you for sticking up for me, number one, and number two, thank you for parenting your child.
Wow.
Yeah.
Grown child.
Well, depends.
Depends on the day.
Well, yeah, depends on the day.
Before we started recording, I didn't sound too adult. Do you want to go over your things? For one, because I don't want to forget them, and for two, I can't really read a lot of these typos.
Yeah, there's a lot of typos in there. I just kind of blew through them, and I didn't have my glasses on, and I have very fat fingers for some reason, and so when I type, see everybody? When I type, it always kind of morphs over into the next letter, and so we always kind of get a W when it should be a J or something.
Well, we can have
nothing to do with improper spelling.
Do you want to read your things that you brought this week?
Well, I just brought a few things.
But first, we have a new addition to the studio.
What?
I don't think you even noticed it when you came in.
I didn't notice it.
Really?
What? No, I didn't. Number one. The number one? That's new.
That's been there for months.
No, it has not.
Yes, it has.
It has not, Taylor.
You looked right at it.
Prove it. It's our Christmas calendar.
Our Christmas calendar.
All right.
I think Janelle had one growing up, or her grandma did.
Uh-huh.
And we had one, or my grandma had one growing up. And there's newer versions of ones that are sold that we had, but there's just one in particular that Janelle wanted. I think it was last year. My parents got it for Christmas for her, and it made her cry.
Oh,
so, it's a good gift. It makes her cry.
Very good gift. Yeah.
I've gotten her gifts that make her cry, but I guess that was the vacuum and the.
Wow.
I didn't get her a vacuum.
Yeah, wow.
I know better.
I did. I made.
She's more of a mop girl anyway.
Oh no!
Double down.
Double down. You're going to be burning on that one. That's for sure. No question about it.
What were you going to say though?
I made that fatal error one time when Cutie Pie and I were first married.
You got her like a broom.
No, I didn't get her a broom. I think I bought her a cutlery set.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it was. Trust me, it was really bad. Never made that fatal mistake again.
The first Christmas you spent alone.
It was. No, well, that was actually, it was Christmas number 2 that was pretty cold.
Mm-hmm. Did you have one of those calendars, or do you have one now?
We don't have one now, but I like that. That's a nice little festive.
My water just
Festive.
squirted.
Yeah. Are we going to decorate TBB Studios for Christmas?
That's it.
This is it?
I do a little more. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
You never had one growing up, though?
I think we did. My mom was a staunch Catholic when she was a convert, but she, had all the Christmas stuff and all that. But she was more progressive than a lot of people. We were probably the first family in the block to have one of those aluminum trees. Ooh. Remember those? Kind of.
I don't think they were really in.
No, they were gone by the time you were even thought about, I think. But in any event, my mom just couldn't wait to get one of those things. She thought it was the greatest thing in the world. Of course, having 5 kids in the family, poor thing got really berated for having just an aluminum Christmas tree.
Well, my grandma had one, but I think this looks like it's brand new compared to the one she had. So. Anyway, my mom, I think, found it at an antique store or something, and she had I think my mom found one and sold one. She made a big profit on it right when Janelle had told her that she wanted one, or she was trying to find one.
Timing.
So she had to go find another one, and so worked out.
That was nice. That was nice of your
made
mom
her cry.
to do that. Yeah.
I think she's had 2 back-to-back cry years because I think the year before, my mom got her, of all things, a butter dish. It's like a light green color thing.
Okay.
And that made her cry.
Really?
I've been trying to make her cry for years, and she won't cry. I get all these thoughtful
She
gifts.
looks at you and cries.
Not in the right way, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got gifts before I thought were really, really thoughtful and what's the word? Creative. That I thought she would like, and turns out it was a dud.
I get one of these. Thanks.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah, thanks.
She shakes the bag upside down, looking for more.
Yeah.
Oh, the diamonds that you promised? So anyway, do you want to go into your things that you...
Well, yeah, we can. Let's talk about it.
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it. I had a huge scare this weekend.
Ooh.
Or this week.
Even after spooky season?
Even after spooky season. Yes.
Did you look in the mirror? Sorry, Mom.
Here we go again,
What was
Kim.
your scare?
I'm going to need some parenting, Kim.
What was your scare, John?
My scare was that this person that I work with, she emailed everybody and said that she tested positive for COVID.
Ooh.
And I sit right next to her at work. And so I haven't had my COVID shot yet, and I'm kind of thinking, ooh, hope I feel okay.
And you guys play a lot of thumb wars throughout the day too, so that's pretty concerning.
Kim, I need your expertise, Kim.
You guys would sit, you'd be bored, you kind of...
I need help here, Kim.
You had like a team handshake you would do.
It's not working here.
So have you gotten tested yet?
I have not gotten tested, but come to find out, the lady, my coworker, was used an old test kit. It was kind of out of date.
From the early 70s?
Yeah, something like that, early 70s, 60s, or I don't know, maybe even the 50s, I'm not sure. But in any event, she went and got tested professionally and came back negative. So we all kind of went, yay!
Now getting to work.
Yeah, back to work. Back to work. So that was kind of a eye-opening thing, because that's the closest.
Scary.
That's the closest I've been to anybody that's had COVID.
We might have missed an
or
episode.
Potentially of COVID. Yeah, we would have missed an episode.
Actually, I think I would have figured out how to call in. I would have called you and recorded you.
Oh, we could have done that. Yeah.
I'm feeling great, Taylor.
Taylor, I'm feeling fine.
Send coffee. I need more orange juice. Don't forget about our sponsors, CBD Wood
Don't
Design.
CBD.
Hire Taylor for your photos.
Taylor Atkinson Photography.
Well, that could have been bad.
You didn't have any COVID. You didn't have COVID, did you?
I've had it twice.
Twice?
Twice, and I was sick earlier this year, and it felt worse than when I had COVID, but I tested negative.
Really?
So, yeah, I got COVID once. We were at a wedding in, I think I told this story. We were at a wedding in Key West, Florida, and after the wedding, went to a bar with everybody. It was called Irish Kevin's, and I walked in and I looked at Janelle and I said, "I'm getting COVID here."
Oh,
it was
really?
packed. It
Was
was wall-to-wall people. It was like a college bar.
Uh-huh.
We were there for a couple hours, and
Was it a fun place?
it was very fun. It was fun with our group, but we tried to walk around, and it was kind of miserable.
Yeah.
Kind of my nightmare of like getting through a crowd.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't particularly care for it.
Sure enough, got home. Wasn't feeling too great. Tested. Positive. Boom, positive. And then...
What were your symptoms? See, I don't even know what the
usual.
symptoms are. I couldn't tell if I had COVID or not.
I think both times it started off scratchy throat, just really worn out and tired, achy. And then sore throat would get worse, turn into stuffy cough and sneeze and just worse and worse body aches. And that was really it. But then last year I had something, or earlier this year, and it was just that magnified by a lot, and I was negative. So, but another time I went to a work conference in Nashville, and the last day I started to feel kind of crummy, but I thought it was just from talking a lot.
Yeah.
And took a test when I got home because I felt terrible the travel day back, and I was positive. So,
Ooh.
and I got one of the partners we worked with, I got him sick, and then his wife got it, and then they couldn't go on their trip they had planned to New York City. So,
Wow.
it was awesome.
Yeah, I bet. Was it the same symptoms and all that stuff?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Just sore throat to start, and then
Okay.
so let me know if your throat gets sore.
No, I've not had it, like I said, and I have no idea what even symptoms were on it.
Well, that's good.
But I hear that people get it and get really sick from it and do all kinds of things and have respiratory problems and just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not good stuff. So anyway, I'm very thankful that she did not test positive.
Me too.
I'm very happy about that.
All right, what else you got?
A couple other things. I was on the way out here, driving out here tonight, and I got to thinking, have you ever noticed that people, when they turn left or right, when they're turning off the street, they have to pull over into your lane in order to make that full turn left or right? That is so frustrating. I mean, it's
Like
just,
they're turning right and they have to go left a little bit to get...
yeah,
that's...
yeah, they just kind of barge into your lane, and you think they're swerving over in your lane to run you over or try and kill you or something.
But they just don't think the turn
And then they-
radius
then
on
they
their
turn.
Toyota Corolla is wide enough, so they
Yeah,
gotta...
I guess not. Apparently not.
That's annoying.
That's very annoying.
So annoying.
So that was my peeve of the day, peeve of the week.
You had one last week, I thought, that was... we didn't get to it, and I had to put it back on our list.
Okay.
Oh, you put near car misses.
Near car misses.
I don't know, but that's
Well, that kind of falls into the next category I was going to talk about is memory loss.
yeah.
I don't know, Juju. What are you talking about, Taylor?
Well, last week you brought like 2 or 3 things to talk, or probably 4 or 5.
Uh-huh.
And we got to a couple, but you were in a hurry to get out of here last week because Janelle was getting back in town.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that she got home with. And
she did.
Yeah, I know, but it's not. It's not good for her. It's not good for her to get home when she just got home from a long business trip like she had, or the long trip that she was on, and have me kind of going, "Hi, how you doing? Hello, we're here."
She would have loved that.
No, she wouldn't have.
Last night, Otis he's gotten worse about being on the bed.
Otis?
And he's just taking up more and more space. He lays in the worst spot possible. And
God, I love this dog.
last night he was like somehow in both of our way. I had to get up twice to go get treats. And
So you had to bribe him.
yeah,
Bribe him out of there.
You got to get a treat hard enough that he'll hear it hit the ground in the bathroom, so he'll jump up and run to get it. Because there's been times where he doesn't hear it or he doesn't believe me, and he won't move. So anyway, we stocked up on dog treats last week, and
All right. So you have plenty by the bedside now?
they're not by the bed. That's kind of a little too far, but they're like in the bathroom area.
Okay.
So I have to get up, go to the bathroom, come back, toss
All right.
one.
Well, it's a dual purpose thing.
But yeah, well, there's one purpose, and it's just to feed him. But
Well, no, you have to go to the bathroom too.
Oh, yeah.
Dual.
yeah,
So,
well, I don't usually have to go, but I just have to get him off of me. This morning it was at 2 a.m. and I was literally falling off the bed because he had
what a
stretched out.
bum. He is just such a bum. That's great.
So I threw one. He got off, jumped back up, and Janelle had just had enough, and she kept saying, "John's here, John's here," and because he loves you, and he would kind of look up and look around, and I didn't fall for it this time.
He didn't?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say really. He kind of hasn't fallen for it either. He
Yeah,
he's
he's learning. He knows better now.
She's bluffing.
Yeah, he's bluffing.
So yeah, that was that's been him. And then you had one more that I don't know what this. There's a few things.
There is. I tell you what, the spelling on this. I wish this. I should have talked to the guy that I bought this iPad from. But in any event, it should have automatic spelling.
I could probably get the gist of it, but there's just a lot of different typos.
There's a lot of typos here.
Okay,
a lot
go
of
ahead.
typos.
Sorry, Mom, not being mean. Just giving John a little hard time.
No, he's being mean. He needs correction. Kim, we need some correction here.
It's all on you now, she says.
Huh?
It's on you now, she says.
No, it's not on me. Not on me. No.
We're not doing spankings on our podcast.
No. Sorry, but we can do beatings, but not spanking.
All right, what's this one you're trying to talk about?
This was actually for my daughter, Kathleen. She said, adults who, when given an answer to their question that they don't like, will act like your 4-year-old and keep asking over and over in a different way.
Okay, I thought it said audits.
No, we're not going to. We're not going to critique this.
Okay, well, that's why I was confused.
Yeah.
So, do you have an example of what she was talking about?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping you kind of chime in and go, yeah, I know what you mean.
What did she tell you when she told you this?
Huh?
What did she explain when she told you this?
She didn't explain anything. She just said,
write this down, talk about it?
Write this down, talk about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kathleen.
What do you mean, sorry?
I don't know if I relate to this one as much.
You
I
might.
guess at work, maybe there's people who will ask you to do something or they'll ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yes, I did have this last week.
See?
It was kind of, someone asked me a question. I told them I couldn't really help them. It wasn't my whatever field of.
But then they changed the question, but it's still the same question.
Yeah, they kind of just reworded the same thing.
Right.
And I said the point still stands.
You stuck to your
Frank.
guns on this, didn't you?
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
A person in my lowly position cannot help you. I'm sorry. I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that.
All right.
So yeah, sorry to hear that, Kathleen.
Yeah.
She's in a high position at her work, so
Yeah, I don't know if she is or not.
Speaking
in
of
the
which,
hierarchy.
I should say speaking of which.
Okay.
Everyone loves Kathleen.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the healthcare field and higher up.
Yeah.
And that guy who got killed.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of crazy.
That was nuts. That's crazy stuff.
I'll have to send you this video I watched about it because these guys were analyzing how he did it and to see if he was like a professional or not. And they thought that like his gun jammed. Did you see that in the video?
I saw that.
So they think that maybe he hadn't tested it before, so he wasn't like a true professional.
Yeah.
But also they said that it could have been intentional because it's quieter that way. And then, I don't know.
The film and the tapes that I've seen of this whole scenario is troubling because, first of all, the guy had this thoroughly planned out.
Well, yeah, because the CEO was only there for like 2 days, wasn't he? He's from Minnesota.
Just there for a couple of days.
And he knew the guy walked up from behind him, so he knew what he looked like from behind.
Right.
And he knew like this 5-minute window of when he'd be there, and
right.
So that's scary.
Apparently he had a super silencer on this gun where you couldn't hear it at all.
Well,
and so anyway, I'm sorry for he and his family, and I'm sorry for their loss. And That was also listening to the news tonight on the way over, and they were saying that more than likely this guy had it so well planned out that he's long gone. He's way out of the country by now. They seem to think he probably hit JFK airport and is gone.
Well, I was wondering if it's.
But I don't know what his motive was.
Well, I was wondering at first. I thought it'd be someone who either got a claim denied or like a loved one died because he wouldn't pay for their chemo or something.
Right.
And they just came after him. But then I heard that he had like a burner phone that was left behind and some other stuff that made him look like a professional. So they thought he was like someone hired him to do it. So who knows? But
it's.
Wouldn't that be crazy to be in a position where people want you dead just because of the position you have?
Well, they also said that the CEO in salary alone made $11 million last year.
Yeah, but like
that's a lot of money.
There's so many athletes in each city that make that much money.
Oh well, sure, it's crazy.
But like
it's crazy money.
I don't know why you would target. I guess he's in more of a company that's.
Well, that didn't even include, stock options and stock and all the other gimmies that you get, cars and houses, housing allowance and all that stuff.
Well,
so anyway, I'm sorry for the loss.
On a brighter note,
yes.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving and Black Friday, John?
We did. How about you? Did you?
I guess I'll go in order. I had a good Thanksgiving.
Okay. What'd you do?
We went to Janelle's parents' house.
Did they do the big feed, the big spread, and?
Oh yeah, just the typical stuff. And
did you have canned cranberries?
They actually forgot that, and I don't like it, but they forgot it. So they realized when I sat down, I think it was her dad that was just also flabbergasted that it wasn't there. So
I heard it called a glutinous. What did the guy call it? He called it a glutinous. Something. I've lost my train of thought here.
Memory loss.
Yeah, memory loss. Memory loss thing. Memory.
Well, yeah, they didn't have that. They had everything else.
A glutinous gel delight.
That's gross.
Is what he called it. So.
The ribs and all.
Yeah, just the ribs. And you can see the indents of the can.
The expiration dates imprinted on the bottom.
Yeah.
Good but stuff. Yeah, it was myself, my wife, Janelle's mom and dad, her sister, brother-in-law, nephew, brother, and his girlfriend. I don't know if I said her grandma too. Her grandma's in town.
Okay.
So my nephew is going to be 3 in April, and he is...
What a great age that is.
He is a lot of fun, and he just... I'm not just saying it because he's my nephew, but... And I'm not around a ton of kids, but he seems like he's got to be one of the smarter 3-year-olds out there, 2.5-year-olds. The things he says and picks up, like they don't know that they're teaching him things. Like they don't know where he picks this up. Like one time he was rolling... He had a paint roller on their deck, and he said, I'm doing a top coat. This is like 9 months ago.
Top coat?
Yeah, he was just rolling on like someone would say if they're sealing a deck. He said, I'm putting on a top coat. And Dallas is like, I've never said that before. So
I wonder if you heard it on TV or something.
Anyway, we were over there 2 nights ago, and I brought him on Thanksgiving. He kept talking about lions and acting like a lion. So I bought him a lion outfit on Amazon. And because he loves Janelle. He calls her Aunt J, which turns into AJ. And whenever I show up, he says, "Oh, where's AJ? Where's AJ?" And couldn't care less about me.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And wants to run straight to her. So I wanted to take advantage of this, buy him a gift, bribe him to like me.
Oh, yeah.
And I brought the gift over, and he was afraid of it and didn't want to wear it. So that was sad. But they bought a new house, and we were talking about mortgages and what else was it? Mortgages and home equity loans and all sorts of stuff. And I said, Bennett, how do you pay for things? And he said, I have Apple Pay. And so that was fun.
That is funny. That is great stuff for a kid.
I told you the other story. Is that too explicit for the thing
No, I don't
The
think
diaper
no.
change thing,
Oh, no, he didn't tell me about the diaper change thing.
where he said where they at.
No,
That's probably too much.
Yeah, probably.
I'll leave
too
that
much.
off.
Yeah.
I'll tell you off the episode.
Okay.
Um,
We'll save that for Real Buds After Dark.
That's a little weird. We won't do that.
Okay.
So we're at the dinner table on Thanksgiving, and he's just full of little things he's saying all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of quiet. We were all just chatting, and he said, Tata, you have hair on your belly. And I said, it's kind of, I don't know.
Just out of the blue.
Just like, well, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he had seen us all at the pool this past year and don't know why he singled me out because everyone was kind of, all the guys are hairy dudes. And I said, well, I do. And he said, but not on your head. You're bald. And then everyone started kind of laughing. And he said, you're bald. You're bald. You're bald.
Oh, so he kept it up.
And I'm in tears laughing, but also just humiliated.
Yeah.
And he said, you have a noggin. So that was fun. So I finished my mashed potatoes and I went and
Cried.
cried in the basement.
Excused myself and went to the basement and cried.
I mean, kids, like he's starting to get to the point of where I start to get afraid of kids. Because
You're afraid of them?
I'm a little afraid of kids until
Why?
until they go to college, honestly, until they become adults. Between,
So you have this gap between 3 and 20
I think 2.5.
that you don't like.
2.5 and 18. Because at 2.5, they start to learn things.
Yeah,
They have no filter.
exactly right.
The filter doesn't develop until around high school.
Mm-hmm.
In junior high, there's the peer pressure to be cool in front of their friends. And they start just yelling stuff at you across the street. So I don't like them then. And they're just filming TikToks and acting like idiots. And so I guess,
You're going to be a great dad.
so yeah, between 2.5 and, I don't know, I guess once they get to like Quinn's at a safe age now. Like she won't just say, there's a while there where she would just kind of say stuff to my mom or myself and like just know like what insecurities you had and just kind of pick at them or poke at them. And, but she's gotten to the age now where she knows like what not to say to somebody.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I guess it's between 2.5 and like 5 or 6 where it's kind of scary. And then it picks back up. Junior high and high school is scary. So anyway, kids scare me
Well,
because they just tell the truth.
yeah, some of them do.
They say it how they see it.
Yeah. Little kids
You're
do.
bald.
Yeah.
You a
little
noggin.
kids, little
You've got a hairy belly.
I remember one time we were on a trip, Courtney and Mike and Connor and Ryan, and Mike had rented a van, and we were all in this van driving somewhere. I forget where we were, and I was kind of chatting back and forth. Connor and I were in the back seat, and he was like 3, kind of like the same age, and I'm just talking away, talking with Courtney, my daughter, and all of a sudden Connor just goes, "Yay, Papa!" Totally out of the blue, just leveled me out. I couldn't stop laughing. It was just totally unexpected. Just you kind of wonder what was going through his mind.
You don't know what he was cheering you on for?
Yeah, have no idea what that's all about.
But anyway, so yeah, it was a good Thanksgiving.
Good.
And then went on a little shopping spree for random stuff on Black Friday.
Yeah.
All online.
Okay. Do you ever go to a brick and mortar store anymore?
For anything or just like a Black Friday?
Just in general for stuff.
Honestly, not really. I get a little peeved when I have to go inside of a store now.
Really?
Like even for groceries, I like to order them online and pick them up.
Do you really? See, I haven't gotten to that point yet.
I'll go inside for a lot of stuff, but I mean, Janelle's the grocery shopper for us mostly. But but everything else I order online. I feel like
we're kind of getting to that point. It's kind of if we didn't go to a brick and mortar store for Christmas stuff, I mean, we were communists. It's just you're bad, evil people.
Because they're not going to get the money online.
Yeah. But not anymore.
Yeah, they make it so easy to do everything online, though. Like today Janelle just took back some Amazon returns we both had, and all you have to do is show up. It doesn't have to be in the box even, just like the item.
Uh-huh.
I had a sweatshirt or something, and
Did you wear it? Was this?
I tried it on. Okay, I'll share it. Brandon,
Did you wear it?
Brandon has a party, a Christmas party this Saturday.
So you wore it to a
No,
Christmas party.
this coming Saturday, Brandon's got a Christmas party.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah,
coming
and
soon.
I'm getting attitude, Mom. I sense the attitude I got there.
Here it comes, Kim.
John's not listening to me.
Yeah, here it comes.
This Saturday we have a Christmas party at Brandon's house, and it's his friends and some family, so I can be like a little goofy guy. And I got this shirt, a sweatshirt.
Oh no!
I showed you this, didn't I?
No, I think you
I
did.
sent you the picture. Yeah, you
I
said
think
LOL.
you did. Yeah.
And it's supposed to look like a guy with abs,
Yeah,
just a shirtless
Yeah,
person with abs.
that's
with
right.
like,
that's right.
and there are some details to the thing I didn't catch when I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
That Janelle said, you got to return that. And I said, okay, I'll return it. So I got a different one. Should I show you the new one?
No, I haven't seen the new one yet.
The new one,
So is it?
it's more appropriate. The new one has a picture of Mike Tyson in a wreath, and it says, Merry Christmas. So that's a little more relevant.
That's great.
So anyway, we
Still one of my favorite sayings of all time.
Do you remember it this time?
Mike, no. You have to. I always rely on you
I like that you like the phrase, but I have to. You always kind of ask me what the actual phrase is.
Yeah, what the actual phrase?
Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
I don't know what that is,
It
but
is. It's very true.
Just so true. It really is true.
It's kind of metaphorical too, you know.
Yeah.
Like you've been literally like, I've got a plan for what I'm going to do until I get out there and they punch me square in the nose.
Just right in the nose, just boom, nail you.
But me and you,
Mhm.
it's easy to say like, we have a plan. We want to rake the leaves this weekend. I got big plans to rake the leaves, and I go out there, and that cold weather is out there, and all of a sudden I got no plan. That's
Yeah.
a poor analogy, but
Yeah, well, it's a good analogy. It's an analogy.
so anyway,
So anyway, Thanksgiving was good for you, and
yeah. So Black Friday shopping,
yeah.
Did you get anything?
Did I get anything?
Did you buy anything on Black Friday? On
I did
specials?
not. I did not.
Well, I've heard there's some conspiracy that I think it's proven. A lot of places will post about a sale, but they'll raise the price they say is the regular price, so it looks like a better deal than it really is. It's like usually, if I could buy that shelf for $10,
Uh-huh.
but on Black Friday they'll put it on sale for $7, and then say that the regular price is $15. So it looks like a better deal, but it's not usually $15. It's usually $10.
Well, I can rely on my old retailing background. I can tell you what we used to do.
What'd you do, John?
We used to, like for example, in clothing, I used to buy men's clothing before it kind of all went away. When you have to buy men's clothing anymore. But like for example, a sport coat, we would have certain manufacturers that we could buy a sport coat for, let's say, $50. Okay, that would be our cost. The manufacturer would have a suggested retail of $100. Okay, and so when sale time comes around, you can mark it down to $80 and still make a healthy profit.
Yeah.
So that's what we used to do. So we'd always use. So it's always the unbranded things that you can play games with.
But you didn't say at that point when you marked it down to 80, you didn't say regular price is 120.
Well, we would say regular suggested retail price is $100.
Yeah,
it's
but
on sale for $80.
Yeah, but you wouldn't lie about the regular sale price and say 120. You would just put 100 as the regular price.
Yeah, whatever their recommended suggested retail price would be.
Yeah, I'm just saying that a lot of places now will like lie about the price they're usually pricing it at.
Not good. That's a no-no.
Just to make the sale look better than it is.
Yeah.
So anyway, I try not to fall for that stuff. And
But did you?
no, everything I bought,
Did you?
someone told me before Black Friday that you should only buy things that you're willing to pay full price for, whether they're on sale or not,
Okay.
which I think is a good rule of thumb.
That is a good rule of thumb. I like that.
And I got gifts for Janelle.
Uh-huh.
A couple things that we're doing stocking stuffers this year only, not a big gift. So we've got a limit we're gonna spend, but just fun smaller stuff, which I like. I like getting new underwear and socks, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
yep. Okay, buddy.
just worry about your own relationship.
Yeah. Okay.
What? No.
All right. Okay.
You can talk a big game because you won't tell me what you get your wife.
No, I never do. I never divulge any of that information until after I give it to my wife.
And I'm not going to get myself in a trap where we agree to this and she buys me a Lexus December to remember. It's not going to go like that. She'll get me what we agreed to.
We have an agreement too. Mary Alice and I do.
And we did this last year and it worked out.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah.
So don't judge me.
Get one. You better get one really nice one though. Just have in the bank.
Okay.
Just say, oh, okay, I'm sorry, but I couldn't help myself.
Just got to hide it. And when she says she's done with all the gifts for me,
yeah,
I can always either not give her that.
Right.
If we come out even, or if I get shown up, then I can go pull out the
boom, bingo. Now this is a voice of experience.
A PlayStation 5? What am I going to do with this? This is yours. You just wrapped up in the basement.
Not a new podcast item. What?
A
What
microphone?
A microphone?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
look at
brand new.
this.
I thought you wanted it.
Yeah.
So anyway, got her some stuff. I got some jeans. This is a fun one.
Uh-huh.
So we haven't talked a whole lot this week, I feel like. And I've been holding off just stories so I could tell you on the podcast, which is fun to do.
Okay.
But Gap had a sale on jeans.
I know. I took advantage of that.
So you did buy some stuff.
I did. Not on Black Friday, though.
Oh, okay.
This
was on Black Friday.
This was before Black Friday.
Well, there's a pair of jeans that I had that I wore all the time that I really liked. And I wanted another pair, and I kept telling myself to buy them. Thankfully, I waited because they were on a big sale at Gap. So I got two pairs.
Weren't they like 40% off or something?
I think it was even Gap Factory. So they were like, I think usually like 60 or 70 bucks, and they were like 30, maybe 20, 25.
See, that's a good deal, I think.
Yeah. So you wear jeans all the time.
I jumped on that, yeah.
So I bought these online.
I like Gap jeans. I always have. I liked them for years and years and years.
Good. But they showed up on Tuesday. And what also happened on Tuesday was I went into work, and I was there for about an hour or two and realized I had a giant hole in my crotch of my jeans. So
that is so embarrassing.
I felt very embarrassed.
Then you don't have any idea of who has seen the infamous holy jeans, you know.
Well, at the time I was very worried, and I messaged Mike and I was like, "Hey, I'm going to go home. I got a giant hole I just found in my jeans." And so I went home, inspected it, and it wasn't that bad. It was kind of like right between the legs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you the anatomy.
No, that's quite right. I think people understand where.
Got home, wasn't that bad, and I still need to throw them away, but realized it wasn't.
Wait a minute, how long have you had them?
It was a big hole in the middle of the.
Okay, but how long have you?
Probably 2 to 3 years.
Oh, okay. So you've had them for some time.
And I wear them quite a bit.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
And they were a thinner, more comfortable pair. They weren't like a heavy, stiff pair.
Right.
So I'm not surprised they didn't last as long. But when I inspected them, I realized that no one saw that. They would have only seen it if I had my legs wide open and I was sitting across from them.
Well,
which I don't usually do at work.
Usually.
That's more of a
leaving the door
Friday.
open like, yeah, I'd probably do sometimes.
I'm not going to say never, but casual Friday sometimes you get a little too casual.
Casual Friday gets a little casual. So
poor manners Monday.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So anyway, I threw them away, but it was the same day my new ones came in, so it worked out.
Oh.
May have also bought a jacket, an Iowa State Charlie Hustle jacket.
Yeah.
And it wasn't cheap.
May have.
I had my eye on it for a while, bought it full price, and then on Cyber Monday I saw that it was $30 off.
Ooh.
So this is not like
That's
me.
worth the phone call.
Well, yeah, not like me. But I sent him a message and said, "Hello, I just saw this is on sale. I bought it 2 days ago. It's a big price difference. Is there any way I can get credited back for the price difference now, or do I have to buy a new one and then return the original at the higher price?" And they sent me a credit.
Whoa, good.
So that was nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
That's what Iowa State does. I buy from the bookstore there.
Well, wait a minute. You got it from, wait a minute, Charlie Hustle?
It was Charlie Hustle brand, and then
Okay.
Iowa State bookstore selling it.
Okay, okay, all right.
So I'll just show you it. I think you'd like it.
Did you kind of throw down that you're an alum and, you know,
I think
major
they probably expect
benefactor and all that stuff? Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm still paying off my education there.
You are, so.
So that was a good one. And then, another one, the one that I wasn't sure, I kind of got baited on. We had Simply Safe at our house, and it's a monthly subscription of like $35-$40 a month.
Oh, yeah, it's not a lot.
Which is fine, but it's whatever. But I saw that there was one on Amazon that had really good reviews. I heard about it, and they don't charge for subscriptions. So it stores everything in the cloud, but they don't charge for the subscription like Simply Safe does.
Okay. How do they make their money?
The hardware.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's just a hardware deal.
Yeah. So I bought camera for the garage, camera for the backyard, deck, camera for inside over there, camera for the living room, all the places we had them before. So spent a few $100, but it'll become even after like 10 months of not having the subscription. So, but set it all up, and you can choose like the sensitivity of what it sees, or what it alerts you on, like far away or close, whatever. And you can also choose if it'll show you alerts for animals or just humans. So I set it to just humans only.
Okay.
But I kept getting alerts for Otis outside. And I
realized, he's a human. I mean, he's part of the family.
I think so. He's about the size of a lot of humans.
Yeah, he is.
But I realized that it was alerting me. If I sent you this already. It was alerting me because we put a sweater on him.
Oh.
Because he's been scratching his shoulder a lot. And it was alerting me that he was human, and it showed his little picture.
Human.
So he's just looking at the camera, and he's got his little sweater on. And
yeah. Kind of sit there looking at it like, "Hey, yes. How you doing?"
Yeah, I'm
What's
human.
up? I'm
That's
here.
why I get to be in your bed.
Can't wait to take a snooze tonight.
So anyway, that was a fun purchase, but yeah.
And they seem to be working out okay?
So far, once we take a sweater off, it'll only alert us to people.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Still need to
have you had any people sightings?
Couple, yeah.
Have you? Okay.
Today the exterminator came by, and he popped up.
Yeah. Was this on the front door?
The front door one's not installed yet. I got to figure that one out.
Okay.
I'm waiting for a special tool to remove the Simply Safe. That's where they get me. It won't take a regular screwdriver in the bottom. There's a secret tool you have to have. And no one keeps that when they buy the thing 5 years ago. So I had to buy one on Amazon, wait 3 days, and now I can take it off.
I think I have one at home.
Thanks. It should be here tomorrow.
Okay. If not, I think I have a secret tool that will work on that. There's a certain small, it's a real small
it's called
screw.
Like a T5 hex or T5 something. Torx.
Yep. Anyway, I think I got one if you need one.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, and then Black Friday, I realized is the best day all year to unsubscribe from emails. Because I probably got 100 emails that day just saying, don't forget, buy this. Or Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
So it's a good day just to devote to sitting down and unsubscribing from everything you ever signed up for, because they'll send you stuff.
Oh, they just inundate you with stuff.
But my peeve of the week, I snagged peeve of the week, is I went to go through and unsubscribe from stuff, and one of them, it popped up and said, subscription center is unavailable right now. Ooh. And I realized the last 3 times I've tried to unsubscribe, it says this. So there's got to be some sort of law that they can't have their subscription center to unsubscribe from annoying emails be down constantly. So now there's no way for me to opt out of these emails. So
do you have more than one one email that you're going to opt out of? Is it one topic or one one store or whatever it may be?
Well, it's this one particular. I'm doing all the ones that I can that I don't want to receive anymore.
Uh-huh.
Like I bought something one time and accidentally checked the box of receive promotions.
Right.
So I'm trying to do all of them. But when I go to this one particular one each time, it says the subscription center is unavailable. So,
Whoa.
not happy.
Wow. Yeah, I think you're supposed to be able to do that or have the capability of just going in there and unsubscribing to these things.
Yep.
By law. I think it's by law.
I think it should be. Oh, okay. So then, quick recap. Well, how about you? What else did you do over the weekend? Anything?
Nothing much. Just kind of worked around the house, and you know, the Christmas explosion has occurred at our house, and you know, Cutie Pie loves to decorate. Cutie Pie's like your mom. She just can't wait to do Christmas.
Oh, I know your win of the week, your catch of the week.
My catch of the week?
Yeah.
What is that?
You can officially tell everyone that you're married to a runway model.
You know what? I am. And I always have. You know what? She used to do a lot of modeling for Halls many years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's hot.
And it is hot. She was asked by Talbot's to do some modeling here last week.
Their new line?
I'm not sure what kind of line it was, but anyway, she said she had a lot of fun doing it. And, you know, it's just kind of an in-store kind of deal. And but anyway, she had a good time doing it. And she thought it was a lot of fun.
Well, Janelle, I told her about it, and we were both dying to see photographs of this. Does she have any anywhere?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I'll find out. I'll
so I started looking up the store, and we were looking up like the
Talbot's?
Facebook. Yeah, we were trying to find the location and see if anyone tagged her in a photo or anything. And
well, it's not too far. I bet you her friend Kathy did.
She was there?
Yeah.
If you were at a runway show, I would bring my camera for sure. Take videos. John on the catwalk at Brooks Brothers.
Yeah, really, Brooks Brothers.
Just strutting. What would you do at the end?
Or Little Susie's.
Little Susie's.
Little Susie's pole dance bar.
Okay. Well, what would you do when you got to the end of the runway? Like, what would your move be?
What would my move be?
Like, yeah, you go to the end of the runway, and usually they like strike a pose, and then they go back. What would you do? Would you like blow a kiss or wink at the crowd?
I don't know.
Finger
You know what? I did some modeling.
You did?
Yeah. Years and years ago.
Also for Halls?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So you worked for them and they had you model?
Yeah.
Can we get a pose that you would do?
It was down on the plaza, I remember, and it was for a Burberry suit. And back then, Burberry was just a real expensive clothing line. Still is, but they used to make some really nice suits.
Can you give me your impression? Like, give us a quick.
No, because I can't remember what kind of pose that I had.
Well, it'll be a good clip. Just make something up. Like, let's pretend you're wearing a Burberry suit right now.
I can't do that.
It's for the internet, John.
I don't care if it's for the internet. Intranet.
Just pretend.
Kim.
Do you want more viewers or not, John?
Kim,
do it for the viewers.
Kim, help me, Kim.
I said, strike a pose. What you do on the runway, though?
No, we did it on it's actually on the bridge going across Brush Creek.
You were just like standing on the bridge?
Yeah, standing on the bridge.
So it was a photo shoot.
It was a photo shoot, yeah.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you were doing a runway thing.
No, it wasn't a runway thing. It was just a photo shoot.
Where'd the pictures go?
They went in the newspaper, Kansas City Star, advertising.
I wonder if I can ever find that. That'd be fun.
I don't know if you can or not.
Kansas City Star, Halls, John Ryan, Burberry. This will be fun because I've never seen like old photos of you. I've seen like a couple. Well, not much is coming up.
Yeah, I didn't think so. This goes way back there, probably early 70s, something like that.
Oh, is this you?
Wouldn't it? Which one? Oh, yeah, no.
This full Burberry?
No.
Did it look like that print?
No, not at all.
What was the print? Just like a plain color?
This was a linen suit, which is kind of a khaki-colored linen suit.
So they call you John Lennon?
John Lennon, the original.
Lennon. Well, that's exciting.
I think we still might have a copy of the ad or
I
something.
need to see it.
No, I'm not.
Come on.
No,
We'll share it on the podcast.
no, we won't.
The girls will be like, oh, he's a heartthrob. Wow.
No.
They'd fan themselves. He's hot.
You were just so full of it.
Uh,
Let's move on.
okay. I dedicated. We're getting close to time.
Okay.
But I have one last thing I want to do.
All right, what's up?
Actually, two last things.
2. Only 1.
I'll do one as a quick fun fact.
Okay, what is a quick fun fact?
Did you know that Atlanta is actually closer to Canada than it is to Miami?
I did not know that.
So
That's
it's
an interesting fact.
So it's
See, I
500.
love that kind of stuff.
It's only 580 miles to Canada,
The Canadian border.
right by Detroit.
Okay,
But
okay.
it's 595 miles to Miami.
Ooh,
Isn't that kind of wild?
that is crazy.
I would have thought it would be way, way closer to go to Miami. So anyway,
Yeah, I did too. That's my first thought.
so my other last thing.
Yeah.
Janelle and I caved and we watched the Hallmark Chiefs Christmas movie. I texted your wife and said, "Did you watch it yet?" And she said, "Well, of course." Like that was the dumbest question she ever heard in her life.
Yeah, really.
That's who it was made
I
for.
got another dumb question from Taylor today.
Not about the hostas this time. It was about the Hallmark. She's literally the target audience. Chiefs fan.
Oh God, yeah, Chiefs fan.
Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas
took place
City.
there, and
Yeah,
Hallmark. And Christmas.
Uh-huh.
It checked all of her boxes.
Mhm.
And I'm surprised she wasn't an extra in the movie.
She was a very happy camera.
Also, fun fact, they filmed that this past summer,
Mhm.
and it was like one of the hottest weeks of the year.
Yeah, it was over in Independence, Missouri.
And then, that was the week that my friend Brandon stayed with us,
Oh yeah.
and he had to paint half the field. I was trying to look for
Oh,
the
that's
half they
right. I
painted.
remember you mentioned something like that.
And but they filmed it outside, and everyone's wearing coats and all that, and they had to pretend like it was cold.
Oh, gee,
So Janelle and I were looking for people sweating the whole time.
do we find any?
Yeah.
Ooh.
There are a couple of scenes where the main character and then the girl's dad both, or her grandpa, were both sweating. Like the back of their hair was all wet at the tailgate. And like,
Oh
so yeah. I would not have survived trying to film that.
no, that would have been a tough one.
But Janelle knew someone in the background of one of
Oh yeah.
the clips. So that's fun.
Well, speaking of actors, what about your cousin?
What about him?
Yeah.
What about him?
Well, yeah. Where's he? What is he doing? And he's the guy that sang at your wedding.
Yeah, he's in a play. One second. One moment. Please hold. Steven is in.
For those of you that don't know, Steven is the one that did our music.
It's called. Oh yeah, wrote the theme song.
Yeah, wrote our theme song for us.
I guess I'm confused because I think it's called Music City, but it's also called Bedlam.
Ooh.
So I'm not sure which one it is. See, Bedlam's first musical, Music City, a new musical, and anyway, so I think he's singing in it, and so Janelle's parents are going out tomorrow.
Oh, well,
Flying out
good.
first thing in the morning and
Good.
going to see him play, or in the play.
Well, good. I wish him well.
Okay, so last thing, we were watching, and I also watched. I was editing a wedding a couple weeks ago, and while I was editing, I was watching a Hallmark movie or a Netflix Christmas movie, and I thought the entire thing was just very predictable, and I just could tell you the whole plot without watching the movie. So I just wanted you and I to make up a quick movie plot, and it'd be we're gonna sell it to the executives at Hallmark.
Oh yeah, we'll do a John and Taylor's Hallmark movie.
So I need your help, but
Okay.
we gotta make the plot to a whole Hallmark movie.
Okay. We'll come up with some plot that.
And you deny watching these, so I'm not sure if you're gonna know how to do this because
Probably won't.
you don't want to watch them. But so first of all, they have characters whose names are very predictable and they're very seasonal.
Okay, we can do that.
So like the girl's name will be Mary.
We can do that, or Karen, or
Well,
Alice, or something. Yeah.
I'm just saying Mary as in like Holly. It'll usually be something to do with like
Okay,
Christmas.
sure, yeah.
So let's say her name's Holly,
Okay.
and she the love interest in the movie, the main character guy, is going to be Nick, like Saint Nick.
Okay. And
So-
Nick's a local guy.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Holly is a transplant she had to come back to
You're getting it.
Hollyville. And
So she's an executive in New York. She works for a big, like a marketing firm.
big company. Big.
She's been really in over her head with deadlines lately for projects with the end of the year. She's just very stressed, but there's been not a death. They don't go that dark, but there's someone kind of ill in her family. So she goes back to, let's say, Spring Grove, Minnesota. Is that okay?
Well,
That's a real place, isn't it?
Well, I'm not sure. Didn't we go to Spring Grove?
I think that's the place by where we would fly fish.
Yeah, we went fly fishing there.
I thought I was making it up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Pine Grove, Minnesota.
I like Spring Grove. Though.
Okay, Spring Grove, Minnesota.
Yeah.
And her parents are there. She grew up there. She knows everyone, but she shows up and it just seems kind of different, like something's changed.
Yeah.
And
Just like
sorry.
she can't quite put her finger on what the changes are all about.
Yeah. But she gets into town and got no plans for the whole week, and she's just kind of over it. Like this town,
there's a major snowstorm that comes through, and what's our main character's name?
Holly.
No, the other guy.
Nick.
Nick just happens to be at the airport with his pickup truck that's going to be able to give her a ride to her bed and breakfast.
Yeah, because her folks, they only have a Kia, what's the small one called?
Sorrento or something.
They have a Kia Sorrento, and they can't quite make it through the snow.
Right.
Even though they live in Minnesota, you'd be surprised they didn't have a bigger SUV.
Yeah, you would think, but
I was going to go a different direction because a lot of the times they haven't seen snow in years, and then on Christmas Eve there'll be one single snowflake, and it'll hit her nose, and she'll look up, and there's just a whole thing coming down.
And the only thing she sees is the angel on top of the Christmas tree.
But then the guy will wipe it off her chin, and then
Yes.
his hand will already be there, so he's like, might as well go in for a kiss.
Really?
No, but this one's different because it's Minnesota, so they expect the snow.
Yeah,
So,
they expect the snow.
She comes in with way too many suitcases and bags because she's not prepared. She's from the big city.
Yeah, I know.
But Nick tosses it in the back, and she's kind of put off by how careless he throws it in the back. What? I got a Burberry bag in there.
Yeah, what's going on here? This is Gucci stuff.
And she's like, listen, man, this is an Uber. He kind of plays hard to get. There's a little bit of tension there.
I like it.
He's so dirty.
Yeah, look at him wearing
Charles in New York would never do
plaid
this.
shirt and
a little unbuttoned
flannel.
It's he's nicely dressed, but farm fancy.
Right.
He's got a vest, like a Carhartt type vest.
Yeah,
sleeves rolled up. Yeah, we're on the same page. Oh, and he's got a dog that's really slobbery in the back seat, and she's like, "Ooh, what's he doing here?" He's like, "That's just Buck."
Saint Bernard.
Yeah, that's just
Saint
Buck.
Bernard dog that just slobbers all over the good big jowls.
And she's just like, "This is gonna be a long week. I'm not used to this." So he drops her off. They have some decent conversation on how are your folks? Things still going? I haven't left this town since high school. And she's like, wow, that's got to be tough. He's like, well, my folks were sick and I never got to leave town, so I took over the family Christmas tree farm.
Yeah, family Christmas tree farm.
Like, wow, I don't know how you did that.
Yeah, well, now I just...
And they leave it though. He drops her off and she's like, well, here's my stop. And she gets out and it leaves him wanting more. Man, I forgot about Holly. She really grew up.
She did. When did she become so hot?
Yeah. And then she goes in. Her parents are at the Christmas table playing cards, or the dining table playing cards.
Or they're baking cookies or something.
Yeah, there's some cider.
Yeah, some brewing in the kitchen.
And
Mom has to get up and shuffle into the kitchen
and
stir the cider, I guess.
Yeah, but the aunt who's sick that she came back for is just not doing great. So she's like, "Hey, how's the aunt doing?" And she's like, "Oh, she's not doing well.
I don't know.
It's gonna take a miracle to make her better."
I know.
Miracle. And then you're like, well, ding, Christmas miracle. It already is going in my head.
Christmas miracle.
So then, but they also
Spring Hill.
Yeah. But so the Christmas tree farm is not doing well this year because there's a bigger department store that's selling artificial trees.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the word is the Franklin Christmas tree farm is just struggling this year. And
the word kind of gets out.
Yeah. So she's at the store the next day and she's like, She just needs something like deodorant or something. And Holly's just
She had to go to the store to buy deodorant.
yeah,
in,
and Cheerios.
in Michigan in winter.
Oh, Minnesota.
Minnesota in winter, excuse me.
Uh,
I like where
Cheerios.
this is going.
And she's walking down the cereal aisle, and she just like bumps into Nick's just like very muscular chest, and the box of cereal goes flying and spills everywhere. Oh boy, clean up on aisle 25
aisle
because
3.
Christmas Day is 25.
Yeah.
And then he's like, they both bend down at the same time and like almost bonk heads, and he's like, let me help you with that. And then they're like dusting up the Cheerios. But not Cheerios because they can't afford name brands for the show.
Cheerio.
Because they spend their budget on like one big actor
Oh, yeah.
who like had a couple good movies, but you kind of forgot about him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he might have spent one season in Grey's Anatomy a few
Yeah,
years back.
maybe. Yeah.
And the girl might have been in like a Wendy's commercial like 6 years
Yeah.
ago, but she hasn't really done much since.
Yeah, and they kind of killed them both off. And
They killed her off in the Wendy's commercial.
Yeah, Wendy's commercial, and also one of the medical dramas that we're in.
Yeah. And you're like, I think last time I saw her, she was holding a Baconator.
Yeah.
And he died in a random helicopter crash on the
Right.
side of
That's right.
Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital.
Yeah. Crashed right into it because it was a snowstorm, and she happened to be riding along. She was the nurse in charge.
Okay, so anyway.
So
So anyway, she bumped into him again, and then he somehow convinces her to go on a date with him. So they go on a legit date. It's at some little diner in town because they don't have a whole lot. They don't have a Chili's there.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get the Triple Dipper because they're not at a...
I know. They can't do that.
No. So they go on a date, and he's like, wow, I'm so glad you're back. This is turning out really great. It just kind of keeps going up and up. They're falling in love. They keep doing stuff together. And he's like, my folks could really use some help with the Christmas tree farm. And she's a marketing person in New York.
Yeah, there we go.
But the whole
The
time,
full weight of the whole marketing company will.
and like, who better to help than Holly?
Yeah,
She works for a firm.
exactly.
So she comes in and she plans this big festival where everyone's going to come in and cut trees, and her mom's going to come help with the cocoa and the cider, and the dad's going to be manual labor, and they're going to try to steal the business back from the big box shop down the street.
Great.
It's like a Lowe's-esque
Yeah,
type place.
okay.
But they're not going to say Lowe's
No.
because they don't want to get in trouble. So they're going to say something else, and there's a huge turnout. But the night before the event, she gets a call from her work that they have to have her back for this big, to close this marketing deal.
Big presentation that needs to be made
And
for the biggest client that they were ever going to have.
Marlboro. And
It's a cigarette commercial.
okay, it'll be for
I like it. That's great.
no, it's Burberry.
No, it's Marlboro. I
Marlboro.
like it.
That's where we lost the audience. So she has to decide. She's like, this is the promotion I've always needed. It's my future. I went to school for this. And the parents were like, Holly, you got to follow your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And she's at this this crossroads. Do I follow my heart to him, or do I follow my heart to Marlboro, my job? And she's getting on the plane. She tells him like, hey, this is what I chose. And he's just like, I thought you were different, Holly. I thought things changed. She's like, Nick, I'm sorry, but I have to do this. I have to go. So she's about to take off, and she looks out the window of the plane, and she just sees snow coming down. And she's like, oh, gosh. And she just imagines the what could be with that Christmas tree farm.
Yeah, Christmas
And
without
then-
a Christmas tree.
She has a panic attack on the plane, and she's got to like make a big scene.
When did this happen? Did she? Oh,
Yeah, she's got to make a big scene.
she's taking medication for this.
Well, I think she fakes a peanut allergy because they're
okay.
serving peanuts.
I see.
And she's like fake choking, and they get her off the plane, and then she says psych, and then she runs for the exits. And then so
Psych.
she gets a
I
taxi.
like this. This is going somewhere.
Yeah. So
We've got to do this. We got to find a filmmaker that's going to help us out on this.
yeah.
one.
So she gets in a taxi, and because they don't have Ubers there, it's like too quaint for that.
Yeah. Too small.
And she came all the way from Minneapolis. That's a long drive to Spring Grove. So she gets in the taxi, long drive back, and the taxi driver's like, man, this is the worst snow we've seen in years, centuries. And she's like, yeah, I got to make it. Got to be there in time. So she gets back just in time for this event, steals a kiss from him. Actually, no, they don't kiss yet.
No.
There's still some tension. She's got to earn his trust back.
Yeah.
So they go ahead.
So anyway, that she walks out into the festivities, and he glances down from the stage and sees her standing there.
And he does a double take.
And he did a double take, and he doesn't know what to think of this.
And his skin's like oddly glistening.
Yeah.
Not like a sweat, but like
it's not sweaty, but it was kind of glowing.
Yeah,
bit,
like they, yeah, to show off his muscle definition.
Right.
And she's like, "Whoa."
Yeah, he kind of radiated,
But he's kneeling down with some kids, and he's giving them some eggnog. And she's like,
"You don't give kids eggnog."
Well, not the
Has
alcoholic
booze in
kind.
it.
It's not alcoholic. It's Anderson. So he's kneeling down, giving them some non-alcoholic.
Oh, okay.
He's committing a crime, providing alcohol to minors.
Yeah.
So he's giving them the non-alcoholic eggnog, and they're like, "Geez, thanks, mister." And he like pats him on the head, and he's like, rugrat. And he like pushes him off, and he looks up, and she's right there. She's like, "Nick,
Get out of here, kid."
And he says, "Holly." And then they run and they hug. And he's like, "What? I thought you were leaving." And she's like, "This is my home." And he's like, but Marlboro. And
go ahead.
I've talked too much. You go.
No, go ahead. I'm waiting for the end.
Oh, thanks. So then,
because I have something for the end.
So yeah, then there's a town square, and they're just like they're walking hand in hand to the middle of the town square, just recapping the event and how they got just enough money they needed to the penny. They needed like $42,000 to save the small farm.
Yeah.
They got $42,000 on the dot. Crazy, huh?
That's crazy.
It's crazy how this worked out. It's a Christmas miracle. And then
they didn't Venmo them.
Yeah.
Well, there's 10%.
But then it becomes apparent that the creators of this movie forgot about the aunt that was sick the whole time.
Yeah.
That was kind of the point of her coming home. So they rushed back to the hospital, and she flatlined. Just kidding. The snow's coming down, and she starts to become. She feels better now because she has the spirit, and she
has the spirit of Christmas.
Well, wait, sorry, key part. She's like, "I got an idea, Nick." And he's like, "What, Holly?" And she's like, "Come here, quick!" And they grab the kids with all the eggnog, and like a bunch of them, they bring their friends, and they go out and they're singing carols to the aunt at her bedside, out the window. So she's like, "Nurse, what's that noise?" And she looks out, and they're like, "Oh, it's 300 kids are singing Christmas carols to you." Okay, like 27. Yeah. And because it's Spring Grove, it's not that big. So there's 27 kids.
I can't wait to make this movie. This is going to be great.
And then you're like,
it's a Simpsons at its finest.
Do we trust all those kids with those candles, those flames? Mm-hmm. And they're all staying there, and Nick and Holly are hugging. And then it's like one snowflake comes down, like I said, and then like lands on her. And then he turns and he like kisses it off her nose, and she's like, "You missed." And he said, "Oh." And then he kisses her on the lips, and then the credits. Sorry, but then your part.
Then it says "the end," and sort of a nice Christmassy with a holly above
a cursive of sorts.
This, that, and the other. And in the background, you see the Marlboro Man galloping off in his horse, going.
He's puffing, but it's just a cloud, like an actual cloud. And then Santa goes through it, and then you see a little flash of light, like a little star.
Yeah, that's it.
And then the movie is obviously called
Christmas in Spring Hill. No,
it's got to have like a little like double entendre, like like In the Nick of Time, or
ooh, yeah,
because his name's Nick.
Yeah,
or like smoking.
No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to promote that. We already have.
We did.
We already did with the Marlboro Man.
But it'll be called. We'll think of something.
Why don't we let our audience?
Decide? Audience, tell us what the movie should be called.
Yeah, we need a title for the movie.
And obviously the poster is going to be her, like with her briefcase over her shoulder, and then him with like the axe because his family has the farm with his like plaid flannel.
I'd do the plaid flannel shirt and a steel chainsaw. That'd be good.
And then in the background, it'll be like just kind of the town, and then a stick of deodorant and the Marlboros on the ground.
A little picture of the grocery store that they fell in love with.
And that's really it.
Okay. I like it. There's something with it. We got this. We can, and I think we can sell this to Hallmark. I really do.
It'll probably cost us $20,000. And because they never put a whole lot of money into them.
No, they never do.
But you know that it's going to get some streams in that first week. Everyone's going to be stuck at home and they need something to watch. So they're like, let's watch In the Nick of Time. And then they're like, oh, let's turn this on. And they predict the whole thing in the first scene.
Nick of Time. I like that. That's a good title. I like that. It's a good title.
But if we have any others out there, we're open to those.
Okay.
So yeah, that was our our Christmas plan.
That'll be our Christmas movie for
I
Hallmark.
would say we should do this again next week or each week leading up to Christmas,
Yeah.
but they're kind of all the same movie, to be honest.
Okay. Well, just to make variations of the Nick of Time. So.
Do you think you can convince Mary?
We can do a series.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm thinking a series.
I've never seen a series of these.
You haven't?
Not of Christmas movies like that.
Oh, look at Hallmark and
like Air Bud, it'll be like Golden Receiver, Golden Retriever.
Oh yeah,
or
sure.
Golden Pup.
Yeah, we got this. We're on some, Taylor.
It'll be.
I think we're on some.
Cool. Well, do you think you can convince Mary Alice to listen to that 20-minute segment we just did?
Maybe. Yeah. Why? You want her in the movie?
Well, she is a model.
Well, she is. I mean,
She'd be the nice
She's
mom.
in the business.
She'd be the nice. She probably knows some people who could help
Oh,
us.
probably does. Yeah.
At least with the costume design. But she would be the nice mom making the cider. You would be
Yeah, I don't know.
You'd be the dad that kind of like helps out a little bit at the Christmas tree farm, but really he's just kind of like boozing it up.
Yeah, just pretty much hitting the sauce in the back room somewhere, you know.
I'd make a cameo in the grocery store as the town freak.
Clean up kid on aisle 4 or aisle 25.
Oh yeah, I'll just be the grocery store worker cleaning Cheerios.
You have your the bib or whatever they call that thing, way
apron?
up high, apron, way up high.
You can see like Fireball bottles up through it.
Yeah.
That'll be it, and then we'll hire out the rest. But yeah, that's our movie.
Let's just throw it out there and see. What do you think, people?
Let us know. Would you watch it?
Let us know. Would you watch it? I think it'd be a great. I think it's Emmy Award winning.
I think so.
I do too.
Because there'll be real snow. We're not going to pump in the fake stuff. We're just going to wait until the one night it's in the forecast, and we'll do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to find that one actor. That we spend all of our budget on him, and then.
Yeah, we don't want to spend the budget on him.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll do some write-offs and we'll go up to Michigan or something.
Cool.
Take a road trip.
Well, thanks, John. That was fun.
That was fun.
And
we will do that. And please, everyone, give us your thoughts on this.
And give your business to CHD Wood Design.
CHD Wood Design and Taylor Atkinson Photography. If you have any engagements coming up or any
Photography. I just take pictures of fur coats.
Yeah, fur coats and photographies. And also come and visit the Kansas City Auto Museum in Olathe, Kansas. You'll love it.
You won't regret it.
Neat old cars back then. There's some neat old cars in there.
I bet.
Yeah.
And ask for John, and
they'll say no. He works somewhere else.
He doesn't even work here.
We don't want him in public.
Cool. Well, I hope you have a great week, John.
You do the same, buddy.
And we'll see you next week on the 17th. 17th.
See you.
See you.
Thanks. Bye.